Your senses send info from your body to your brain. So when you toke, your 5 senses go up in smoke, destroying your ability to keep you and others safe while driving. If you feel different, you drive different. Have a plan for a safe and sober ride.
You might remember him from last year. Chris Hildebrandt is the executive director of the Rochester Spinal Association. And for those of you who raced here a couple of years ago, you'll recognize Kaitlin Pacina. She is a board member and has a special personal connection to this tonight. So I guess we'll start with you, sir. What was your situation? This is, I think you told me right before we hit the record button that 80% of spinal injuries are men, and you were almost I don't want to say a typical, but not an uncommon situation.
The majority of spinal cord injuries happen to young males. I was 14 years old. I dove into the shallow end of a swimming pool, hit my head on the bottom, and I fractured my C6 doing nerve damage there.
Okay. So how long ago was that now?
That was a long time ago. I was 14 at the time, and now I'm older than that.
So with the Rochester Spinal Association, and I went through something like we were just talking about with my neck a little while ago, I would think a lot of it is working with them and helping them adjust and realize that things are different now.
Yeah, for a lot of people, like that first few months, year, 2 years of an injury is really overwhelming. It's hard to understand what's happened to you. It's hard to see what your future holds. And a lot of our work really is about peer support, that you see somebody who's 5 years or 10 years or 20 years down the road, who has a family, has a job, has a house. Like, you see the potential that right now maybe it's a hard situation, but there's a lot of potential down the road.
So the Rochester Spinal Association is more involved with not necessarily preventative, but more of the human aspect of spinal injuries.
Yeah, we're very much about this has happened to you, and now let's move forward. Okay. That whether it's physical support, emotional support, some financial support, we want anybody with any kind of spinal cord injury to get a hold of us and see how we can help.
How can they do that?
Best way is probably our website, www.rochesterspinalassociation.org.
Well, there you go. At least it's not one of those, wait, how did they get to that address? So, all right, and you can get to them right away. You'll get back to them pretty much as soon as you can.
Send an email, and I'll respond as quickly, next day, same day, whatever.
You doing fine now?
I'm very good. I've, good career, 2 grown kids, wife, house in the suburbs, everything good.
American dream right there. I'm happy for you, Chris.
Thanks, me too.
All right, now we're going to talk to somebody that you guys know from the racing world. I actually remembered her number on her car, too. Kaitlin Pacina used to drive a number 16 Sportsman. She is on the board. Your tie-in with the Rochester Spinal Association is a little different.
Yeah, so my boyfriend was injured in a motorcycle accident 4 years ago, and he is a member of the RSA. So I can personally attest to the good things that the RSA is doing. And I mean, we've attended many of the events, and we just feel like it provides a supportive community for people like him and like us.
Okay. How's he doing today?
He's doing good. He'll be here later tonight, hopefully.
Nice. What was it like from your association? Because as we mentioned here, a lot of the RSA stuff is not, I'm not going to say mental, but helping them deal and realize where they are. Is that what they did for your boyfriend?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we are able to spend time with other people that are in a similar situation, people that have some of the same problems we're able to relate to. So it's been very, very nice to be a part of this group.
Do you have any advice for somebody who either is like your boyfriend or maybe in a situation like you, which a lot of times can be tough, and my wife was a savior for me when I went through this. Any advice? I
would just, try to keep getting out there and, doing stuff with other people helps rather than just staying in. And
did he go through a phase where he almost felt sorry for himself and sat around for a while?
Yeah, I'm certain that he probably did, and that's probably pretty normal. But
I would imagine that you're human. That's got to happen. You got to at some point go, oh, man, how did this happen?
Yeah. All
right.
But we make the best of it.
Okay. And what do you do on the board? What's your role on the board?
Just board member.
Okay.
Yep.
So helping out with everything you can, right?
Yep.
Okay. So again, guys, we got 2 folks here that are with us. Of course, right here, of course, Chris, the executive director, and Kaitlin dealing with it every day pretty much. So if you are in a situation where you need help, RSA, Rochester Spinal Association.org. Make sure to look up online. And for those of you that are here today, please dig deep. The money will go right to some good people who are doing some good things for some people who really need it. Thanks for coming out, guys, and I'm glad you're doing well.